Welcome all as we congregate to the greatest toy line in community, ever growing, ever changing. As we collect and adapt these figures to our own imaginations and embrace the fun, there's much to learn, especially if you're new to Mythics. Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in. Episode 2, we have my boys Tony and Ed's Nice from Toys Locos and Latin Legions. Want to thank you guys so much, first of all, before we get to jibber jabbing. Thank you guys so much for being on episode 2. I appreciate it very, very, very much.
Thank you very much for inviting us. It's heartfelt, and I appreciate you, and I wish you the very best in your future endeavors.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate
it.
And
I have to say one thing. ¿Qué está pasando, mi gente? What's going on, my people?
What's up, my people?
Yeah,
that's right, my peoples.
Greg, it's an honor and a privilege to be on your show as your second guest. I love that you reached out to us, and man, it's one of those things when you walk into that room and start that journey into going down through the games of Toyhood, the Mythic Legions, and Cosmic Legions, the other show that you have. Mm-hmm. I just wish you the best in all your endeavors.
Thank you.
It's an honor and a privilege once again to be just sharing this room with you.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
I just second guess, and I'm Crazy Tony.
Second guess, Crazy Tony. Tony Toy. So I just want to say real fast to people that are just tuning in, this show is kind of an informational show. It's kind of like a welcoming hug to people that are new. It's a warm embrace. It's like, come and listen to a story. Everybody has their story about how they were jumped in to the line. So and I just think it's interesting. I love to hear people's stories about about how they got into Mythics. So Tony, you are on, man. So how did you get into the line? Let's hear your story, man.
Well, it happened during the pandemic in 2020. I was starting collecting action figures again, and I went to a Big Bad Toy Store to find a line that intrigued me. And one of the first ones that I saw was Mythic Legions. And I was only used to purchasing toys for like about $8, you know. Mm-hmm. And then in 2020, I was purchasing them for $20. And then I see $50 with Mythic Legions, but they were down what I consider like my nostalgia. I grew up with Conan and Beastmaster and
me too, man. Like, classics.
Yeah, so. And I was like, wow. And it was Four Horsemen. And I remember Four Horsemen when I was collecting 2000X Motu figures. Mm-hmm. And especially even before that, McFarlane toys that were also designed by the Four Horsemen.
Yeah, they had a name for themselves for years before they designed their own brand.
Right.
But yeah, so, it's like anyone that really collects or loves figures had heard the name Four Horsemen, you know. So yeah, that's cool, man.
100%. So I'm like finding these. I think it was Aether and some goblins and trolls, and I said to myself, "Wow, $50! I don't know about that." So I got the bigger ones, because I thought the small ones, and now I regret not getting trolls and goblins, because now they even skyrocketed in price.
Yeah.
So I collected those. I ordered them from Big Bad. That was prior for me actually knowing it. That's why. Your show it hit me head on, because I didn't know about Mythics. You know, I was ordering from Big Bad. I didn't know that Four Horsemen had their own website where you could pre-order or the Kickstarter or all this other stuff. So I went in blind, and it's nice to have what you're doing here, new to Mythics.
Yeah, it's kind of like a niche thing. Nowadays, I think they're a lot more popular, especially like fans of action figures like us. It's like, we know the quality, we know how good these figures are, but you know, it's almost like you need someone to introduce you to it, or to fall upon it because it's not like at Target or Walmart, which is
Right.
actually a good thing, I think. But yeah,
Exactly.
it's like a niche. It's like a
Mhm.
niche thing. So
It
I
is
guess it
funny.
was lucky that you ran into those, Tony.
Yeah. And then I continued, and my brother down below me, Ed Nice, I met him through a sale on Facebook Marketplace, and I introduced him to the Mythic Legions, and he'll continue with the story of how we met and how I got him
He
into Mythic
did.
Legions.
He
So
did.
before we jump to Ed, hold on, Ed. Hold on, Ed. Let's stay with Tony for a minute here. So, which can you tell me like what your first figures were? Like, what was your impression when you? Let's get some elaboration on.
Oh, okay. You want some detail?
Yeah. Let's we got some time to fill, man.
All
Let's
right. So
let Ed get a minute to to percolate a little bit and think about his answers and to breathe a little bit. Let's focus on Tony here.
all right.
And
Oh, I
tell
like
me
that.
like what was your first? What
We
was
can
your
focus on
first?
yeah.
How did you feel? Do you still have them?
Every Mythic Legions that I ever purchased, I still own. It was from Big Bad Toy Store. So, from my recollection, it was in 2020. The one that stands out is Aether, and I don't know all their names. I'm still,
There's a
but it
lot
was
of names to
Aether, and
remember.
yeah, and the horse, his horse.
Atheon, I
Uh,
think. Atheon.
yes, Aether. That was magnificent. I was like, I have to get that. I think that was the driving force for me getting the ones that I saw. And then
Now,
I got
did you know anyone that had them before Tony, or
no,
you were just buying blind? You were
yeah, I
like,
was
that
buying
looks good,
blind.
I'm going for it.
What I was into was
This guy's
McFarlane Toys, DC Multiverse,
Mhm.
and Motu Origins, and Marvel Legends. So I still haven't made that jump into high end figures, and I would consider Mythic Legions affordable high end figures.
Yes, that's
So,
a good definition. Yeah, because
so from
my
I'm sorry.
stepson, he's a young guy, and like he will buy the Hasbro, like the G.I. Joe and Black Series, perfectly fine figures. There's nothing wrong with them, but the price is going up.
Yeah.
$17.99, $18.99, $19.99, $24.99, and it's like, and I would tell him, I'm like, hey, dude, we got these Mythic figures here, or Mafex or Fig Arts. Yes, it's twice now of you could buy two of those figures, or you could buy this quality, So it's up to you. You can have two Kias or you can have a Mercedes. It's up to you. You know what I mean? It's
That's
like,
true. Yeah.
Mythic is like the higher end, like you said, of of action figures, but they're totally worth it.
Totally worth it. When I actually got them in hand, I actually ordered the Cyclops. Let me see what else I got. Skeleton Builders.
Because that first wave, there was a lot of figures, right? It wasn't just a couple. There was
the Kickstarter.
To choose from.
Yeah, if whoever went
Big
to
Bad Toy Store, was there quite a few on Big Bad Toy Store when you?
Yes, there still were. Yeah, I ordered Purplor. I ordered the Battle Cat homage figure.
Cowros.
Yes.
Cowros. I can't say it.
And some elves, dark elves. There's so many. Like that's the best part about having our show is getting to know the names and stuff. But like right now, it kind of I think I ordered like maybe 10.
All at once.
Yeah, all at once. Yeah.
Look at you.
Because they were so good. I mean, I did jump in blindly.
I know, right?
but they look so good, Yeah. And like I said, it hit my nostalgia feels with fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got them in hand, it didn't disappoint. And the extra part was that it was package friendly, so you remove them, but behind the main character, you had a host of accessories, including extra heads.
Yeah.
So I didn't even, I wouldn't even know that had extra heads come in, that I could have maybe bought two characters and switched out the heads and stuff like that. If I would have known that, I would have definitely picked up a couple of extras because Kairos and Purplor came with the orc heads. So I just thought they came with the cat heads. I would have gotten those too. But
see, I didn't even know that. I don't have those. I had no idea that they came with the extra heads. So.
Yeah, so that was part of it. I was like, oh my, I spent 50, but I'm getting all this quality stuff. You know, the sculpting was really nice, the detail, the paint apps, the amount of accessories. It just like I'm in. I'm 100%.
I could see you with like a big bad toy store box and like all these figures like a kid and like
yes,
like,
it was
opened up and like like,
it was. It's like taking the twist ties off and like you know,
it's so much fun though. Like I love it.
And the
like,
art.
It's so exciting, you know. You get an adrenaline rush,
and it's something new. You know, it's like that was
new.
the best part. Something new. It hit right where I needed it to because I was trying to find what I was going to collect. You know, I was like, oh man, Marvel Legends are really cool and all this, but they were like petite, you know. And then like you get like this almost 7-inch figure, and it's a buff guy. Or
what do you get though? You might get hands. If you're lucky, or
right?
Like Iron Man, you might get an Iron Man like blaster effect or something. But Mythics, you get swords, you get daggers, you get shields. Hands, you get heads, shields.
Yeah,
you get all kinds of cool stuff. Plus,
and along the way, they've improved more with cloth goods and
then you have the ability to swap and stuff and the customization. Which
that opened the door for. I think Ed really enjoyed that aspect of it.
Hold on. Don't say Ed's name. Don't say Ed's name. He's gonna wake up. Hold on, Ed. I gotta hold it back.
And once I discovered Source Horseman and realized that all these figures were released initially as a pre-order on their website, it was 100% going to go all in.
Yeah,
it's whatever wave came out, I went all in.
And I always recommend people to check out Source Horseman and just browse, just see like the waves that'll come out, the factions. You don't have to go deep. It's like a football team. It's like you don't need to know, the assistant coaches and the trainers and all that. You can, if you want to, you can. But just browse and learn and figure out, for yourself and ask questions and stuff. It's a process. But it's a lot of fun. There's a lot to it. Yes, learn their background, read their bios. Yeah, see what they come with. That's what I did. I printed all the different characters, and it was like
they have the checklist,
27 pages. And I'm at work. Here comes the boss. And I put it away. But I
hope it wasn't in color.
Right. Yeah.
You didn't print in color.
I just changed his cartridge. What's going on here? But I would check out like, oh, Delphina, that is cool. Oh, Scaphoid is cool. So I would just, and then I would go and browse and see like how much they were. I was like, oh, okay, so maybe I'll wait till payday for that one, and this one I can get, and it was just a fun kind of Christmas list for yourself.
And that's another thing. You don't have to always go all in. You could cherry pick too, because they have so many.
Right. Yeah, you have so many. Yeah. So do you have a favorite? Is there like a beloved, or first figure that you're opened, or is there like one that you'll, if the house is on fire and the kids are safe?
I don't know about that.
Do you have like a favorite of the Mythics?
It would be I would say my initial favorite. I actually have a new favorite. I'll tell you, but my initial would be Aether.
Yeah,
and if I had to, I would take him with the horse too.
Yeah, so I want to say something
right now.
About that. Go ahead.
Huh? And my favorite right now is from Pox's Calazir, the Djinn.
Calazir is a beauty.
That's a great one.
Yeah,
I love that figure.
Beauty. Yeah, we're gonna get to your picture that you have of him. So with Aether and Aethon, I had a friend DC who was getting out of the line. He had decided that he was going to focus on other stuff, so I was reaping the benefits. So he was offloading all of his stuff, and he had Aether and Aethon, and I didn't really look at him. I was kind of like, these are cool, but they're kind of, the colors are kind of, they're kind of out there. It's too bright. It's, too orangey, too yellowy. And I didn't really look at the figures. They weren't opened. and so I traded him. So I got good stuff for. I think I got like an Asa and some other good, high end figures from somebody else, and so I was fine with not having, And then I realized he was one of the horsemen, so I was like, oh shoot. So I guess I kind of need that. Well, fast forward to I was at Chubsy Wubsy in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Somewhere, I don't know where Persephone, I don't know how to say it. Anyways,
Persephone.
Just recently with my buddy Brendan, and he had an open air theater on his horse, and I was looking at it and I was like, holy crap, this figure is badass. He's got his teeth, he's got his, and the chains, and I was just
pauldrons, those pauldrons.
Yeah, I was like, man, I screwed up. So luckily at I think it was ZoloCon, we were all in line.
Okay. Yes.
And Big Greg, Brute Scale Greg had the 2-pack.
Yep.
And I was thinking, I'm like, do I want it? He saw in my eyes the uncertainty. And I was like, I kind of want it, but my wallet was not, I had other things that I was planning. And he just like reached and just put it in my hand. And I was like, okay, I'm buying this. Yeah, you need this. So
yeah.
And the best part was you got it at retail too.
Got it at retail, which it's actually cheaper to buy that 2-pack than it is to buy it separate. Yeah. So that's a whole nother,
and that's a nice
whole nother episode on values.
But even I'm surprised because when I received Eighth Year, I didn't even realize it was a deluxe set. The package. I'm receiving the packages like 3 by what, like 7, and then I'm getting this like 12 by 10 or something. Like wow, it's huge. There's so much goodies in there.
So much stuff, and the chains and all that.
Beautiful. I love that figure, man. Just that fire.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it just yeah.
All right, Ed, you're up, my man.
You sure?
So and that concludes the episode for tonight. Thank you guys very much for being.
Bye, everybody. Good night.
So Tony, you had met Ed through Facebook Marketplace, right? And you had sold some stuff to Ed.
I was selling a McFarlane Crow Robin.
Okay.
And we met up at a CVS.
You guys started talking about toys.
Indeed. Yeah, actually, that's how it started. It's like I saw his posts and I was like, you know what? I've been looking for this figure and I can't find it nowhere. So I just hit him up. We met and we just clicked. We started talking toy talk, and he was a cool guy. Like, all right, I'm feeling this. So we just continued reaching out to one another. And then one day he invited me over to his house. So I'm there. We're going through some toys because he just brought. I think you were showing me something you purchased. So then, if I recall right, he was like, "You want to see something else?"
Yes.
Let me show you something. Let me show you something.
Yeah. You want to see the rest of what I got? Totally different. It was totally different because it was like more of a like action figure superheroes rather than. And I said, "Oh, you want to check out something else? Yeah,
something real different.
I got something better here in the back room. Check out this stuff."
So out comes Tony with a few Mythic Legions, and in his hand,
what did he have? Tell me what he had.
Everything.
What did he have that got you?
Bam, everything.
Boom! He pulled out the big gun. Pulled out the big gun on you.
Why start small? Just bring out.
Right. Yeah. This is my goblin right here. No. He's going.
So I'm like, what? And my mind went straight to Legend. That movie Legend.
Yes.
And all the mythical stuff that I do love. So I was like, bam, okay, I'm gonna have to get into this. And then he kept showing me other figures, but that was my main, like, him and the horse. I love those two colors, red and the yellow.
Yeah.
And when I saw those pauldrons and that sword,
it pops, dude. Like on your shelf, like your eyes are gonna go. Yeah, I can see the glitter in your eyes. Just looking at
you see the sparkles.
Yeah. He's got that love and
little hearts coming out of his eyes.
Yeah, I could see it. But but yeah,
That's the one.
that it's so cool though to have a friend like, you know, set it in your hand. And I told this story on last episode, but like my friend sent me, he lives in Tennessee, DC. He sent me a Malleus, the skeleton.
Okay, yeah.
And like I'm not a skeleton guy, but like just the engineering and like how pretty this figure is, and like having the bones be articulated, and like the jaw, like I would just like I became a fan of this line by a figure that didn't really interest me. It wasn't the thing that sold me, but it was like, here, check this out. And the action figure lover in me like responded by like curiosity, like, okay, so this is not really for me, it's badass, but I'm gonna look and see what else is for me on the Source Horseman. So I checked, you know, and then that's when I started checking. So that's cool though that Tony was there. And he was cool enough to show you, like, here, you know, check out what I got here and get you hooked online. So
like you said, Greg, you had the appreciation for the figure.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, the engineering.
Yeah. Even if it's not for you, it's like, okay, realize, this is well made. This is craftsmanship.
I want to see what else they got that might appeal to me.
Exactly. When I saw that, I was like, wow, this is like all the details on it. Like the whole color combination, it's like
the wings. We haven't even talked about the wings.
Yeah, the wings. When I put that on, my God,
for wings. I love wings on figures. Man. The unknown one too. You guys have the unknown one. That figure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's lovely.
Great.
So then Tony was talking to me about, you know, they'll be having a show soon. Was that Legions Con 21?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. So you went straight. You went.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
So after that's
good timing.
Yeah.
Because it was in our neck of the woods, so we were like, oh yeah.
You guys are so lucky too, man.
And it was only like a few months in between. Like when I first saw Everthier and Aethon, like, oh crap. So then that night I went onto Source Horseman and I started looking out all the waves and the factions. And I was like, oh man, look at these demons, Belphegor. That one really caught my eye. Like, oh man, that thing is dope.
Yeah, because he looks like the dark one from Legend.
Yeah, yep,
exactly. Belphegor looks like he's got the horns and just that presence.
Yep.
And you know what reminds me of? Sorry, I keep talking over you guys or talking with you guys. I hope that's cool. Brother. I'd rather conversation than just interview style. But you remember as a kid, we would get the action figure and like we would open it up first, right? We would open it up, but like you look on the back and the back has all these different, you know, and it's like, oh, there's, you know, Princess Leia, there's Han Solo with the jacket, there's, you know, Sand People, and it's like you just stare at the picture and you just like, you know, oh man, I bet that'd be cool to have. So Source Horseman is like a grown-up version of that, where you just sit there, you know, sometimes at work, sometimes at home, you know, but like just scrolling and looking, or on your phone, like, man, I would like to have that figure. That's a nice one, you know. I'll pick up that one next. It's kind of like that same feeling of like looking at the back of the cardboard as kids, or looking at the catalog. Me and my best friend, we would look at the catalogs, you know, like Sears or whatever the catalogs were.
Yeah.
You know, and oh man, look at that.
Consumers, remember Consumers?
Consumers, you know, Secret Wars, you know, I got to get that G.I. Joe, you know.
But now we don't have to go look at the boxes, show mommy, I want this one.
Yeah, right.
This one.
Yeah, I'd circle it, you know, mark it. I want this one, you know.
Did you guys ever use Fingerhut?
Oh,
no, I never did that.
Yeah, I never did that. Okay. That was a magazine.
That was a brochure too, right?
Yeah.
That was a brochure too.
Service merchandise. Everyone that's trying to find He-Man figures back when I was a little kid. But yeah, so
you went to Source Horseman. I'm sorry to interrupt. So you went to Source Horseman and you were just browsing.
I was just browsing, just
doing the shopping.
Looking at the Everthier line. Like, oh crap, I like this, I like that. Oh man, I gotta get that one. And then looking at the maps, like where's everyone located?
Yeah.
You know? So it just kept on catching my attention. It kept building up inside of me. Yeah. So I couldn't wait. So I went on eBay and I saw, because I love Motu. So Tony told me that they made Motu tributes.
So you were just all in. You're already you know, hooked. But now you're like, oh, they got Motu tributes. Oh,
Yeah.
damn!
So I said, I'm
It's
gonna try
over.
this out.
I put the rabbit hole in the floor, and he just fell head
Right.
first.
Yep. Yep.
That's how it works. That's how it works. You know, I'm in here, so you might as well be in here too. You
That's
know?
right. I need a buddy.
He went hard though. He went hard.
I don't want to be alone in this journey.
That's right.
So man, I got Chrono.
Chrono, I just got him. I got one from Emil.
Okay.
Emil had some extras, he said, because that was his first figure.
Yeah.
And in the virtual studio, which is something that I got to talk about on one of these shows.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's like, yeah, I had bought a couple because I guess they're hard to get where he's from.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, they're just sitting there. So I was like, hey, would you send me one and I'll buy it from you? And he's like, sure. So I just got one. So
Cool.
that figure
Really cool.
is sweet.
It's
That
beautiful.
is beautiful.
Beautiful. I love it.
So that was that your first?
It has Chrono has the trap jar colors, but they're more matte, matte finish. So they appeal a little bit more than the cartoon, cartoony type toys.
And I like how
has
it's a tribute, so you know what it is by looking at it, like Operative 83, but it's not like an exact, but it's close enough to what it is.
Right. You can
And I
appreciate
love that.
it, and it still fits in with even though it's not like a direct part of the line, but it still fits in because the colors are matte finish rather than plasticky.
Right. So was that your first figure, Ed?
That was, I believe, my first Mythic Legions, and then from there we went to Legions Con 21, and
Did you leave your wallet at home?
That's
I wish he did.
Right.
Dude, that's where the true noobness came
Oh
out.
man.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
I was a noob. You know what I mean? I didn't.
We
really
all
know
got to go through it, man. We all got to go through it. I said we all got to go through it.
Yep. So I was there online, and I was saying, yeah, these mythical legions, are freaking awesome, yeah. And everyone's looking at me like, what?
What year was this?
21.
This was the
Legions Con / Toy Con, right?
Jeremy's figure came out.
Yeah, the Sir Gerard figure.
Sir Gerard figure came out that year.
Yeah.
Okay. So a few years ago.
Yeah. That was 2021.
Yeah, I think so. Because we've been to all these.
We've been to all 21, 22, 23. We've been to the past three ones. Yeah.
So much damn fun.
Yeah, 3 shows. Yeah. So we walked in there. I went straight. I got my Sir Gerard. That's where I met Walter. He was stamping our cards.
Yeah.
Cool people, man. In fact, we first met him on the line. I met Jeremy for the first time on the line, and Walter and some other fellas that we still talk.
Yeah.
So,
Walter just came up to me and he says, "Hey, I got something to show you." Remember that?
Yeah, right. What you got?
What to show you?
I can't remember, but I can't remember what it was.
Of some Mythic Legions and stuff like that. It was cool. And then he took a photo with us, and all that stuff. Really cool peeps.
Super nice guy.
I remember once at the.
So that's you get that welcoming feel,
Yes.
Because when we went, we were the only 2 that knew each other. We didn't know anybody else who was going to be there.
Because it's a close community. The people that participate, the people that are active, they all kind of know each other. You know what I mean? It's like a community. But it's always welcoming. It's not like no outsiders. If you're interested. If you love this stuff, they want you to be part of it, and I love that. They don't treat you like, "Who are you?" It's like, "Hey, what's your name? Oh, what you got there? What figures are you picking up?" It's like a welcoming. Yeah, and I love that. They never make you feel like you don't belong or you're not part of the community.
Bingo.
So,
and that was the other surprise that the 4 Horsemen were there. They were all there working.
Yeah,
and saying what's up to everybody.
And, talk to them, pick their brains, and talk
really
to them
cool.
and rub elbows and take pictures and all that stuff.
Yeah, it was cool. That was like my first experience in a con like that. So just being able to take my time. Well, I didn't want to take too much time because I knew people were like.
That's right. That you got to keep that line moving. Keep that line moving.
Kind of like.
Oh yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah.
Ed, tell them that other story that happened. So Ed was like Ed, we can tell that Ed was hungry for the Mythic Legion, so
You know
he was
he
in
was
front of
hungry
me in
for it.
line.
Hungry for
So
it.
he was in front of me in line,
He had a
Yeah.
thirst.
and yes,
Yes, I was very thirsty for that ice troll.
yes,
The ice troll, and we both won the ice troll.
Yes,
That's
we
one of
both
the main
won.
There's only
reasons
one left.
Also, so who handed it to me was it's one of the horsemen, Jim. I think
no,
Jim.
not Jim. Cornboy.
Homeboy. Okay,
Yeah, Cornboy.
homeboy. I said, okay, I'll take that. And I said, "Is that the last one?" She said, yes. I looked at Tony, and I saw those little rapid eyes.
Right, those little eyes. Like, man, I just
Like, all right,
wanted
dude.
that.
You know what? Here, you take it, bro. You've been in this game a long time. You got me into it, bro. And I thank you. I know this means a lot more to you than it does me. So take
Good
it.
man, Ed.
You
did the right thing. That's good figure karma right there. Good figure karma.
And it came back to him because the next time we went, I got it and I gave it to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the ice troll. The next time, I think it was the next Legion's Con.
Yeah,
that happened to me last year with the Valiant Knight. I had got one, or Cullen had told me about it because I had no idea that the Valiant Knight even existed. You know how it was a surprise.
Yeah.
And so he was like, "Hey, make sure you check out the table, Valiant Knight. There's a new knight there." And I was like, "Oh, really?" And I had got so excited when I was on the table, and I was like, "Ed," I was like, so I'm like grabbing this and grabbing that. I have my IKEA bag, and I'm trying to put them in there and stuff. And I passed the Valiant Knight. I didn't even see it, and I forgot. And somebody and I told Diego at the register, I'm like, "Hey, I forgot the Valiant," and he grabbed me one. But the next, so I only got one. So the next day, I got in line to grab another one for my stepson, and I was watching because you're seeing what's on the table, and as you get to the register, so you can see like the figures being taken.
Yeah.
Like this guy's grabbing 4, this guy's grabbing 3, and I seen like the Valiant Knights going like. And there was one left, and the guy grabbed it. His name was Matt, and I don't remember his last name, but I was like, "Oh, I need one for my stepson. Need one for my stepson." And he's like, "Here you go." And I was like, "Bro,
sweet. That's
thank
awesome.
you,
That's
thank
awesome,
you."
Man.
So I love that.
Yeah.
There's that respect and the generosity of
people in there.
Not to say there isn't people that will, elbow you out
of the way. There's always that. There's always that. But
overall,
right. It's good-hearted people.
Where more situations you have more people elbowing to get stuff. This one has more people willing to make sure you get what you missed out
just
on.
the kindness and generosity and not to be sexist, the brotherhood, meaning brotherhood and sisterhood of everybody. So tell me what you got there, Ed. What did you get at Legion's Con?
So okay,
you got the ice troll. No, you gave the ice troll away.
I got the other troll. I got the
stone troll.
Forest troll. Yeah. I think the stone.
Oh, the forest troll. Forest troll. That's the one there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got that one, and then I got a bunch of. I got the blue demon.
Okay.
I got a bunch of Motu tributes. The She-Ra one.
The Darina.
Yeah,
she's one of my favorites. I love that figure.
Yeah, I like it.
She's cool.
I'm digging it. Evelyn, I got her.
Melina, yeah, she's awesome too.
What else did I get? I got a whole bunch of stuff. I got some.
Yes.
What did I get?
I think you had 4 bags in. You had 2 bags in each hand.
You need to get a wagon like my boy Brett. He's got the old man wagon. So
yes, Brett has the wagon.
It's like, you bringing your grandson? No, these are for my toys. Man.
That's right. Bring a baby carriage.
You're right. Yeah. I got a pallet jack right here.
I go deep.
That's right.
I go deep. Tony goes deep. We go ham.
Yeah.
We got the Sir Gerard. We talked to Gerard a little bit.
Yep.
Actually, I was so happy that I got the Stone Troll. I had everyone who was there representing 4 Horsemen sign
it. Yeah.
My ice troll.
Yeah, I did that with the Unknown one, and I did that with the Valiant Knight. I got people to sign it. And they're just so gracious. They're all just so damn cool.
It was so nice talking to them. Like I was talking to Cornboy, talking to Jim a little bit there.
Yeah.
And it's the first time I ever meet them, so I really didn't know who was who.
Right? Yeah. I'm like, wait, yeah.
So,
but they're just all so nice and approachable.
It really caught me, and like, you know what? These people are cool. They have my they have my support all the way.
Absolutely. Yeah, it kind of like, the toys, they're amazing toys, but like when you actually get a chance to meet people in the community and actually talk to the people that make these figures and ship them, design them, and they're all super cool, and they're fans too of toys and figures and stuff like that, and they're just like you, it's
like even Nate Barch is there, the artist.
That's right. Yeah,
he was there. Like everybody
crazy.
representing this. So each from everyone is like professional, but also kind and considerate.
Yes, so much talent, and I wish I could. I was telling Cornboy that when I was talking to him in the Toy Con, I can't remember exactly how he said it, but I was like telling him the story how I was had met him at him and Jim at PowerCon, and I was just like so blown away by how cool and approachable they all were, and he's like, it, and then I was telling him like the community was like so welcoming, and he was like, the love, it goes outward. You know what I mean? It's like, the love that we have, we spread it out to you guys, and it's in the community and stuff. And he said it a lot more, polite than I said it, but you get the idea. But I believe that, you know what I mean? It's like they're I think they love what they do, and they're grateful for what they're doing, and they're happy to do what they're doing, and they're happy that we love what they're doing. So it just goes outward,
Yep. And something else, like it's not like they lay back and let everyone else work. They're right there in the front lines, packing away, charging, blah blah blah, talking about multitasking. And that shows a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? So
they're not sitting back eating corn dogs while the guys are doing work. They're handing, they're ringing up, and they're doing this, or they're going to get this and that. So,
I think that's what sold me and Ed even more on continuing to support the line, because we could have just said, okay, we got our figures, let's see what else they got, and just buy what we want. But like the way they engaged us and engaged the community, and the community accepted us, we were like, we're all in,
It's
like
just,
this became our main toy line.
That's right. And something else, I was a vendor at a Toy Con, New Jersey. So I was right by the exit door, and Cornboy came in. So he remembered me. So we started talking like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And it was great. He's like, okay, he remembers what I look like. So
same thing. We were both selling at that toy convention. I spoke with Cornboy. And then I think the following Legions Con, I reintroduced myself to Cornboy. He says, I know you're Tony. I was like, what? Huh?
What? Say what?
Yeah. So that was like, it was like, I'm sure, he deals with the public, and he, has this new talent that he can recognize.
But he cares too. You know
right.
what I mean? It's like,
but it's so nice to be remembered. It's like, wow. Okay,
you can tell when you're like talking to someone, and they're engaged with you, as opposed to be like, okay.
And let me tell you something.
It's like,
we were at PowerCon. And we had this long discussion with Eric Treadaway, and it was so organic, and it just was so smooth, and it went from one topic to the next, nice and calm, and like no rush, or like it was like, wow, this is what it is to like really hang out with someone and really shoot it, and just enjoy every second of it without any kind of like bickering, and
he genuinely will listen to what you have to say.
And if you think about it, he's like the rock star of our fandom.
I'm a
and he takes the time to listen and talk to us and interact with us. It was really cool.
Yeah. Whenever I see him, I'm like, sir, you're awesome. Everything you do is the best. You're the greatest. You're awesome. That's all I have to say. Thank you. Can I have a picture? Thank you. I love everything you do is fantastic.
I think that's the only thing we haven't done. We haven't asked to take pictures with them.
Oh, you got to. Right. You got to. He's up for it. He's up for it. Yeah. So let's move this on to, since we've heard Ed's story, we've heard Tony's story. So you guys formed your own group, Toy Locos, but also you guys do separately, like you have your photography, your figure photography. So these figures are so
Photogenic.
photographable. Yeah, photogenic. They're just like they're just beautiful. So I want to show people that are watching or that may watch or just maybe just us. I wanted to show some of these amazing pictures that you guys have. So let's start with this one.
Oh, that's nice.
Of Thrace.
Yes.
That's yours, Tony, right?
Yes.
Yeah, just beautiful. Beautiful. The
Thank
flowing
you.
of the robes.
The behind the back shot.
Yeah, and I don't see that a lot. I'm definitely not a photographer at all. I'm a fan of toy photography, but I love to see a different perspective, and this is super cool.
Thanks.
Yeah.
She was the first one I took out of the box, and she was so beautiful. If I turned her around, her face is like magnificent.
Right.
But I
Any
wanted to shine
angle.
different. Yeah, any angle, she looks great.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to take something different. I was inspired by Apple Pear Studios, who did a behind the shot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle facing the city. And I was inspired by him, and I said, this figure looks like she can cast the world into magic, and move the planets and stuff, align the planets.
I love that.
That's what I did.
And
so
as I say, I think backgrounds. I mean, you could do a picture with just the figure because the figures are so strong, but sometimes a good background can really make the picture.
Bring it.
It's storytelling. You also want to sometimes in photography you want to do a story, tell a story.
It kind of feeds your imagination.
Yeah.
So here's your new favorite.
Nice.
Oh yes,
Palazier. That figure, pictures are great, but like when you actually see it in person or hold it and see like the head sculpt and the soft goods, it's just.
And this one was only available if you had initially ordered the all-in. So I was so happy to get it with my shipment. I was like, yes, thank God I went all-in.
Yeah, because the people that didn't do the all-in, they had to wait. Like I did. I had to wait until that next ship came, man. I was counting the days. I'm like, come on, man. Let's get that boat going, man. Yeah. What's going on here?
And I like that the Four Horsemen are also including props in the packaging as well. You know, it has the lamp.
They've definitely upped the stuff that comes with the figures.
Yeah.
Just look at that waist armor. It's got those tassels on it. Look at that.
Just the detail, his
and the layering of the cloth goods.
His earrings that are actually rings. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. For what, $65, $75?
Yeah, it's great.
What's better than that?
I'd rather have this than Mythics.
Exactly. Yeah, the detail and the size, everything.
Yep.
It's so unique. So this next picture, this is Ed, and I'm going to preface this by saying yellow is not one of my favorite colors.
Okay.
You already know where I'm going. But when I seen this figure, I'm like, damn, I want to make this figure.
Oh, okay.
Because the yellow, it just punches me.
Ah, sweet.
And this is where Ed has taken Mythic Legions to the next level.
Yeah. Like I was just like, that is so damn cool, dude. So can you tell us how you made this figure, please?
Oh man. So what I used I was always into Shaolin movies.
Yes.
Martial arts movies, right?
Yes. So man, we're all brothers somehow.
We're
brother. So Jeremy Gerard, he's really into the samurais, right?
Yes, definitely.
So I remember in the martial arts movie, it was always the Shaolins against the Japanese.
Yeah.
Right. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna come up with my own Shaolin monk. And I was just thinking, and I was looking around. I said, you know what? This Dubon body is gonna fit perfect for it. So I said, you know what? They typically had yellow outfits with some orange, and they also had beads.
Yes.
So, you know what? I'm taking the beads from the Monkey King. I took that red shoulder
the
cover
Beast Warrior
of the Skull Man. And then originally I also had his cape.
Yeah, I think I have that picture right here.
Yeah. Yep.
Because
There you
the pictures that you had were, it kind of told the story.
go.
Yeah. But yeah, I just, like I said, I'm not a yellow fan, but like I totally get it. Like it just, like I don't think I've seen pop and swaps like that. Like, so that yellow, did you paint that yellow, or is
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
okay?
Yep. Everything's like I did the yellows, the oranges. I also changed the cape. I said, you know what? I want something a little bit more contrast here. So I gave him a. You're not gonna like it, but I gave him a yellow cape, and
Okay.
it looks freaking smashing with the yellow
Yeah, it
cape.
does.
I think I seen that one. I
Yeah.
think I saw that. Yeah. You
Yeah.
posted it, didn't you?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
And Ed even went further, added the dots.
the
onto
dots on his
monks'
forehead.
foreheads. Yeah.
Oh, did you?
The 6 dots. Yeah.
Nice. Is that on this other one? Let me see.
You can see them
Nice.
inside of there
Yeah.
if you look at it really good.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I'll have to check it out. But yeah, I'm a fan of that figure, dude.
Thank you, brother.
That caught my eye for sure.
Thank you.
And shortly after,
if you notice, his left hand has the armor on it.
Yeah, I was just looking at
like
that.
the Iron Fist, yes.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And shortly thereafter, I'm like texting Ed, yo, you brought that red cape, but they just released the 2024 Legion's Con exclusives that has the robes.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, they have good robes. I was like, that'd be perfect for the Shelly too.
With the gas bar, you're gonna have to do another warrior, your own warrior monk type of.
Oh yeah. No, definitely.
And it came with the beads too.
Yeah.
And it's funny how that like it just happened. Like,
yeah, it was like in the zeitgeist.
And I just finished it, and then they announced they got monks. Oh shoot! Look at that.
Right.
Awesome. Great minds think alike.
You got your hand on the pulse of what's going on in the studios there.
Right. Oh yes, this is one of last year's pop and swap from the Legion's Lounge.
Yeah.
So I put this one together. Like, you know what? This is a demon rebirthed in goodness. So
I love that. I like the hooves on some figures, and this one it really works. I don't like it overdone, like on too many figures, but this one, the hooves are powerful, and the wings. And so where did you get that sword from?
That sword, is that Everthier's sword? I think that's Everthier's sword.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I used the Furious 4 arms, with the red wings from the pack that.
Yeah. Was the Cinethon?
Yeah.
The Stratos.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
with the Templar torso.
Yeah.
And of course I changed the legs.
Yeah. Very nice.
Well, actually,
nice.
I used the upper torso from the
Templar. Yeah, the white Templar. Yeah. So this is Vorgus, right? Version 2.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that.
That's my photo. And
I was looking at that body up there on the spike, man. I love it, dude.
That's I think that's a McFarlane prop from one of his horror figures.
Yeah.
But Ed got into customizing, and I got into dio building. So that's my dio that I've been working.
That's beautiful, man. I was going to ask on that. I think there's opportunities for so many different topics on the shows.
Yes.
Introducing, like, when you just start collecting Mythics, you appreciate the figures, not realizing that there's so much more beyond just the figures. There's the dios, there's the 3D pieces, the toy photography, the pop and swap, the customizing. There's just so much.
Everything.
Yeah.
Like, there's people that make a living by doing these things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, geez, it's
and the
amazing.
talent that goes into all
talent.
that.
Yeah. But that dio is awesome. That's something that I'm kind of interested in trying out maybe this summer. So I might have to hit you up.
And actually, just a quick plug. Our boy Alberto from Latin Legions.
Yeah.
He was working on his dial, and my dial was in just the base color black for I think over a year. This dial was all black, and I was not knowing if I was going to do a grayscale on it or try to paint it with realistic looking stones. And he did his dial, and I was inspired by him. So I asked him what colors he used. He was more than willing to help me out and gave me all the colors. And I went forward and painted my dial finally, and actually was able to take some photography with it.
Looks so good, man. That's a good brother right there too.
Yes.
Yeah, it's all about helping in the community, helping each other.
Right on.
And that's another thing about the community. You can message one, DM somebody, and say, "Hey, man, I saw your photo, or I saw that you had this head. Where did you get this cape from?" You know, and they're just like, "Oh, absolutely. I got it from so and so." Or I use this paint. You know. Yeah. Oh, I use Citadel for the blood effects. You know,
never
whatever
seen
it
that
is
anywhere else.
Exactly. There's almost like trade secrets that they could keep for themselves. But they're just like, "Hey, if you want to do it, here you can, because I want to see what you got."
Yeah. There's no competition. There's no toxicity. It's just helping each other.
For example, I'm on the chat with the Cullen Cup and the rest of the awesome people there. So that's when I debuted. After I debuted my crab, I said, "Listen, I'm looking for 2 more arms. Like I need 2 skelly arms from the 1.0. Yeah, that one. Bingo.
That's so cool.
So Dennis Derby, just like he without any hesitation, yo, I got you. So he hooked me up. We made a trade, and out of his good heart, he sent me even more stuff. Like, wow, you didn't have to do that, man. Thank you so much.
Every time I see this picture, I want to do a crab bake.
Right?
Get my crackers coming click.
Right.
So that
some garlic butter sauce.
that waist armor, that's from AWOC. That's from my AWOC figure.
Oh, okay.
Let me put a little something different here. You know.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah,
I like doing this one. I like the colors I put on it.
Yeah.
And I like the paint I use kind of matches well with the arms. I didn't paint the skelly arms. I just painted the crab. So I kind of try to fade it. Like if you see, it's got 2 different tones on the crab itself, like with that beige, brownish. So I'm really digging it.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Crabs. I call them
Super
crabs.
Cool. It's all about the crabs.
That's right.
Yum crabs.
Yeah.
Yum crabs.
And then let's see what we got here.
Oh,
so this is a collab between me and Ed.
Yeah, that was sweet, dude. That blew me away. That's one of my favorite figures too, right there.
Ed had this whole idea in making this chariot, and he decided to make the chariot 3D printed. And talk a little bit more about the chariot, Ed. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, man! I was looking for years since the beginning of my journey with the Mythic Legion. So like, I want a chariot, and I never seen a chariot out. I said, I got myself a 3D printer. I found a file, so I said, let me see if I could do this. So the very first one I made came out to be like 5 inches long. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to mess with this and learn how to like make it bigger. And like at my second try at it, boom, it came out. And I was like, wow, this thing really came out good. But I didn't notice that when I made it bigger, like the wheels were like oval because of the way that it got enhanced. So I found other wheels and I printed those out. And then I said, you know what? I want these wheels to function. So I got myself some ball joints, some ball bearings, and I came up with an idea, and both wheels spin.
Nice.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have two cats on this thing, and went out there. I got me 2 Panthers. I kind of messed with them. I customized them a little bit. One has a blind eye there. So
I was just looking at that. I was like, maybe he did that on purpose. I don't know.
Yep. He's got scars.
Yep.
They both got some scars going on.
Ed's telling stories here.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I love that, man.
Cats. For the
And then I
story.
put the skeleton builder on them. I set up the scene,
Yeah.
and I took the photograph.
Now, how do you guys do like the smokiness? Like I noticed the smokiness in the Vorgus picture too. How do you do that?
You have two ways to do it. Multiple ways actually. They have cans. They have like aerosol cans. They have the smoke. They also have misters, like face misters that give you a fog look, and they also have fog machines that also give you the fog. So this one here is done with a fog machine that my wife got me for my birthday. The one that Ed and I took, that's a light shown from behind with the misters blowing, and it gives it that smoky effect.
Yeah. So it's practical. It's not like a digital. You all right, Ed? It's
Yeah, man. I'm choking on my own happiness.
I thought he was excited.
I was going to cut back to Ed, but if he's having a heart attack, I don't want the audience to see that. If he's choking.
I'll fill in the time. Yeah. So my I would say 98% of my photography is practical. I just add sometimes a little extra, like pick arts effect or something on it, but it's basically all practical. So this is all practical. There's nothing.
It's beautiful. What you got there?
Those are the misters.
That's the
mister.
That's it right there, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Crazy.
So you put some water in,
and it's good to have two, so you can blow them from both directions.
Yep. Amazon.
And
I'm gonna have to look into that. I need some of that for sure.
And they have the spray can, which is kind of expensive. Once the camera's out of the air,
Yeah.
But the smoke machine is really cool. They have handheld smoke machines, which are affordable.
So how did you guys? So when did you decide to do like Toy Locos? Was that like from the beginning? Was that after you'd been fans of Mythic for a while? Like what was the genesis of that?
I think that it happened after our first Legions Con experience.
Yeah.
Like towards the 2022 year. Right? I'm guessing towards winter, like towards the end of winter. I think.
Yeah, we had it in mind talking about it for like I think a few months. But like with getting into Mythic Legions, it also opened the door for us to get into third-party action figures from overseas that also have the fantasy aesthetic. And we're like, oh man, there's a variety of different figures. We should start a YouTube. It was like we should do a YouTube, man. We've been collecting all these nice toys. It's nice to like get it out there, and maybe we can become popular and sharing our love for toys. So we decided playing with names. We came up with Toy Locos, and our gimmick, we're psycho, we're crazy for toys. So I'm crazy. I'm Crazy Tony, and Ed's Psycho Ed, and we're the Toy Locos. So
sometimes, like during practice, it's like worse. I'm Crazy Ed. Oh, I'm Psycho Tony.
Yep.
Funny.
So that's how we're crazy.
Yeah.
But it's all in fun,
And then you guys started doing the Latin Legions.
Yeah. Oh, that's a cool story. That happened last year. That happened in Legions Con 2023.
Break it down. Let's hear it before we wrap it up. Let's hear it.
We were in there was like the lobby area toward the back near where the entrance to the restroom and the breakout vendor section was. So they had the display area there with what was it? The Suns.
The
Red Suns.
Red Suns.
Yeah. So they had like seating there.
I love that little area. That little area.
Yeah,
it's so
cozy.
Cool. It's kind of like an intimate little. You got some couches and some chairs and. Yeah.
So me and Ed went, together, and then we met up with a couple of buddies of mine, Kevin and Danny. They also have their own podcast. It's called A Wordy Addiction, and we've been homies on Instagram for a while, but we never met face to face. So I met up with them to have a drink, and
there's some drinking going on for sure. Yeah, the Legions Con. That's
that's right.
But there was two other guys with them. There was Matt at Collectible Fun and Alberto Magna too, and he was Alberto was speaking with Euro Legions, and he says I thought he was talking about something to them. He came back and he just said, guys, we should start You want to say
Well,
something?
me and Al, we were talking about like we Latinos. Maybe we could come up with a Latin legions.
Right.
Well, Euro legions. He was right in front of us.
Yeah.
So we started talking with him, and that's how it like all fell into place. You know?
Yeah. And then Tony comes out and says, "I got it. I set it up. We got our YouTube, we got our Facebook, we got our Instagram, and what else we had? Oh, our chat as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
All Latin legions right there." And I said, just in case, if we actually want, because we didn't know each other. I think this is the first group of guys that I still don't know all their last names.
Yeah, right.
even though we get along so well.
Yeah.
But Matt and I met for the first time, even though we'd known each other from Instagram, liking each other's posts and supporting each other. And I never met Al before, like didn't know about him until that day as well. Yeah. So it was like just fate brought us all four of us together.
Yep. And the funny
Sometimes
thing was,
it works like that,
like the second night when we saw them, we were chilling at the other side of the lobby, like with the entrances. And Matt's like, we were together? Like, I can't remember.
Oh, yeah, he was pissed drunk. Yeah,
he was ripped that night.
Yes. Well, I made some kind of stiff rum and cokes, so everyone got more smashed than they were. So
yeah,
but
it's a lot of fun.
It just wasn't talk. We actually, went through meeting up together over the summer, doing practice runs, then doing pre-recorded shows, then going live, and all the while we're getting to know each other and building the rapport and friendship that we have now.
It takes time. It takes time to kind of learn each other and figure out, who's going to do this or how this is going to run.
Figuring out who's got those specific skill sets to do certain things.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I like your powers.
Right. Yeah. You use everybody's their strong, what their strengths.
Yep.
I like your show because it's fun. Like you guys have like the games, like when you have guests, you have like the games. I was just watching who's the smoker, who's the not smoker. It's just fun, it's different. Yep. It's not like the normal, interview style. It kind of breaks the ice and gets people laughing and comfortable and
you want to bring something different.
Absolutely,
somewhat different,
and
that's what it's about.
I feel that our community is what makes us. So the whole engagement with the chat, asking them questions, asking them to participate with the games and everything. Just everybody on the screen is having fun, but everybody on the side screen is also having fun and engaging with us.
Yeah, and I was working in the garage and listening to you guys, like cracking up.
Thanks,
laughing, listening, like it's just fun. It's fun to listen to. The Purple Gang, those guys are great dudes.
Because when we get together, we're having fun too. Because it's the end of the week. It's the start before the next week, before the next day of work, and some of us, have stressful jobs, have a stressful life, and we just want to get together and just forget about it, have some respite, and just have a good time. Talking about toys, having fun playing games, and bringing smiles to other people. You telling me that you were laughing, it touched me because it makes me feel good because I'm like, that's what we want.
Wiggy.
No, it's true. It's just true, man. I mean, and that's what this line is all about is just making people happy, having us be kids again, and then branching out and enjoying each other. The community. And it just the toys bring us all together, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and the community helps us stay there.
Absolutely.
Because I stopped collecting a lot of toy lines just to be able to continue to afford regions.
I did too.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put up here links of where people can find you.
Sweet.
Let's see here. And we have everybody's face on the side now, so I wish I'd have did that earlier. Sorry about that.
No worries, brother.
Cool. So we've got the YouTube, we've got your Latin Legions channel, and also Toy Locos.
Love it.
And then your Instagrams there. Is there anywhere else that people can find you, or anything else you guys want to talk about? A plug?
I just have one plug in regards to Latin Legions.
All right, thank you guys. I appreciate the show. Thank you very much for the. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's the second part. We also have a hashtag on Instagram, Latin Legions. So anyone who posts action figure photography, make sure you use that hashtag. And every week we select a couple of artists, photographers to be featured on Land Legions proper. We also have a additional second show on Latin Legion's YouTube called Un Poquito Más, where we unbox action figures spontaneously.
That's so much fun. I love that.
And show each other what we got, and it's really cool.
I love those. I just, it's almost like I'm there with you guys watching, what you got there, what you got there, what you got there.
Yeah.
You know, it's just fun. It's just fun. I love that.
It is.
And second for me, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate you, Greg. Too bad we didn't get into it, but we should have talked about when we met and how much fun we had just waiting at Zolocon.
Yeah, that was a blast, dude. That was so much fun.
It was.
And we became brethren right there and there, It's really cool.
Well, I think maybe we can have another show. I want to talk about like cons and going to the cons and just the benefit of that. So we could have a whole nother show.
Hell yeah,
whenever you want.
On the benefit of going to cons and stuff. I think it's
so
a lot
many
of fun.
Good things happen from it.
Absolutely. I agree. I agree. All right. Well, that will end our show. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you again very much for your time. We went over an hour, but I sure appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
I'm sure you have some edits in there.
Probably just a joke about my dad that I made. I'll probably
take that out.
Yeah, I might take that out. I might cut that. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, brother. And, I do appreciate you very much, man.
Thank you.
Stay in touch, Greg.
And you know what? I'm blessed to have met you.
Yeah. I'm blessed to have met you guys, man. Yeah, that Zolocon, man, let's talk about it real quick here. That was such a fun trip. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it. And I really pressed to get there. And,
glad you did.
And whoops, I pressed the wrong thing here. But so much fun, like and just like getting there and waiting.
Waiting
for the show, right?
Cold.
How many hours?
4
or 5 hours.
Right. But it was just fun because we all got
to bond.
Yeah, we got to bond and get to know each other and talk mythics and talk toys and get our mind off of how cold it was.
I got to tell you something, Greg. When I say hunt, I go out. I go all out. I don't care if it's midnight. I go out there, camp, even if it's freezing. I bring a little propane tank and just like heat myself up. They got those little portable ones.
Yeah,
I've done it in the past when I went out for Funkos. You know what I mean?
That's something I would never have done until I met Ed.
Well, I didn't know that it was a thing. Like I didn't realize until my buddy Brett, told me about getting there early because you get access to whatever's at the table. Because who knows there could be, cool stuff at the table that is limited. I had no idea, like Legion's Con. I took my time. Like I think I got to the tables at like noon. I had no idea. I had no idea that there was, I missed all kinds of cool stuff because I didn't know,
man.
So, but
for the first Legion's Con that we went to in 2021, we thought we were going to arrive early, and when we're driving to park the car, we're like, why is the line out the door wrapping around the building already?
No.
Yeah.
So this year I will be there early, man. I might be in pajamas. I might have morning breath. I don't know, but I'm going to be there.
I don't care how, dude. Our last Legion's Con, I didn't go to my room. I slept on the line. There's a picture of me laying down and Tony trying to mess with me, doing something to me.
Send me that picture, man. Send me that picture.
Yes, I will.
That'll be in the next episode of us. But so much fun. I mean, it was a blast.
It was.
But yeah, I was grateful to meet you guys there and to hang out with you for that weekend.
I know. And it's like, and it's like, because we went both days, and it's like the second day when we bumped into each other again. Oh, it's Greg, and it was like we've known each other for like how long?
Right?
Just excited to see each other again.
Yeah, and then I started watching you guys' show, so it was almost like I get to know you guys and hang out with you guys, even though I'm only I'm making my comments and stuff, but
Yeah.
you know, I get to know you guys, and that's why I like these shows. It's like people say,
Yes.
"Oh, there's too many shows," but it's like we're just talking toys. We're talking mythics and enjoying each other. There's room for everybody. There's room for whoever wants to talk about it. You know, there's different strokes for different folks. If you don't like the show, watch that show. You know, so you know, it's all good. It's all good.
It's all for enjoyment, for stress relief, something that we have in common.
Yeah.
You know, maybe
and friendship building.
Something new. Maybe you learn something
building
new.
friendships. Building friendships.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
all right, my bros.
All
right.
I appreciate
Peace
you guys.
out, brother.
Thank you so much. You too. I'll talk to you guys later.
I will see you around in different shows.
That's right. That's right. I'll see you guys around. Thank you very much.
Have a good night.
Peace.
Peace out.
Good night.
Remember, friends, to always have fun, be curious, share, and enjoy what this line has to offer. Come for the toys, but stay for the friends. Good night, and thank you very much.